Hey everyone, I'm Dave and today we're making the world's best chicken nuggets. Well, at least according to Google. As always on this channel, we look up the best recipes on Google and we cook whatever the top recommendation is to see if it really is the world's best. So today, as always, we're gonna start by looking up world's best chicken nuggets recipe and see what we come up with. Okay, so it looks like the #1 recipe is actually a baked chicken nugget, which I'm super suspect of. I think the best chicken nuggets are deep fried. But we're gonna do whatever the recommendation is, and it is baked. So we're baking some chicken nuggets today. I'm nervous about it. I'm not sure if it's gonna be the world's best. Chicken nuggets seem so basic, right? So you're probably saying, hey, why are we doing such a basic recipe? It's because it's something I have to cook all the time in my house. I have 3 kids, and there's a lot of people who watch this who have kids, and being able to cook a simple chicken nugget can save you a lot of money, and you know, it's just a good thing to know how to do. But I always am like looking up all these fancy chicken nugget recipes. I've never just looked up the world's best, and I don't think I've ever tried a baked one. So we're gonna try it and see how it goes. And the recipe comes from ambitiouskitchen.com. It looks interesting. It wants you to use panko breadcrumbs, which to me is another red flag. I know a lot of people like panko breadcrumbs, but I think they're a little overrated. But hey, you know what? Let's see it prove me wrong. It'd be cool if it really turned out to be the best I've ever had. So it's interesting. The first thing it tells us to do is to take a cookie sheet and pour some panko breadcrumbs on it. And we can get specific. It wants 1.5 cups of panko breadcrumbs on this cookie sheet, and then we're gonna actually bake them. So how do I do this without spilling them everywhere? Maybe I just spill them everywhere. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, that's not bad. 1 cup, and here's our half. 1.5 cups of panko breadcrumbs onto a cookie sheet, and we'll just spread them out like so. She says this is like one of the biggest tricks to get the world's best chicken nuggets. So the recipe creator says this. It says we're gonna preheat the oven to 400, and then we have to spray them with a non-stick cooking spray. So I got the non-stick cooking spray, and I'm just gonna spray these panko breadcrumbs with it, because that's what it says to do, which is really odd, but that's what it says to do. I don't know how much. That probably is good, right? Oven is preheated to 400, and now I just need to go pop this in my oven that's preheated for 2 minutes, and then I will pull it out, give it a shake, and put it back in for 2 more minutes. Very odd, but that's what it says to do. All right, I'm back. I'm moderately surprised at what it did to them. Look at that. They're really quite toasty. Basically, I did 2 minutes, I took it out, I shook it a little bit, I spilled some all over the inside of my oven, as I would do. Would you expect any less? And then I put them back in for another 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which was what it said. And now they're nice and toasty and brown. So really interesting. Let me set them aside and see what we gotta do next. Okay, so what it says is we want to put the breadcrumbs into a medium bowl. I'm gonna try to do that without spilling them everywhere. Come on. I know like there's some scientific way to do this probably, and I'm just going for the luck route, hoping that luck works out and that I don't drop too many of them. All right, we did okay. We got a little all over the place, not too bad. All right, good enough. So here's where we're at now. We got that, now we wanna add our spices into this mix of panko. Okay, as far as the spices go, we're gonna want some of each of these that I've pulled out. And the first thing we're gonna add, what in the world is that noise? Someone's pressure washing. A teaspoon of black pepper. This is one of the problems with cooking outdoors. You're subject to all the sounds. It's certainly not a quiet sound stage here. Oh gosh, I just spilled that everywhere. I don't know if you guys saw it, but trust me, it was ridiculous. Anyways, you want a teaspoon of black pepper, not all over yourself. Let's see if I can clean this up now. This should just be called world's best cleaning. Someone recently told me that they like cooking, they just don't like cleaning. So they don't like to cook because then they have to clean, which I thought was pretty funny. I totally can relate to that. Anyways, teaspoon of black pepper. It's like all over me now and I'm about to sneeze. Teaspoon of salt we're gonna add next, and I'm just gonna dump it over here because this doesn't have to be exact. There you go, teaspoon of salt. It's gonna be close. Teaspoon of onion powder. I'm excited about this toasted panko. As a non-panko lover, maybe it'll win me over. That was a teaspoon of onion powder. Then we want a teaspoon of paprika, also known as paprika. We're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, like that. And a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne. And my 1/4 teaspoon went in the garbage disposal. Do you have any measuring implements that you put in the garbage disposal in your sink and then damaged them? Anyways, then we can stir that up, and that's gonna be our topping for the chicken. So the chicken is gonna get that, and then, again, we're not frying it, although I would love to. We're not going to, because that's not what the recipe calls for. The recipe calls for baked. So mix that all up and set it aside, and then we'll move our spices over here. And we've made some good progress. I also spilled my soda here a minute ago. So we're up to 3 spills in one video, which might be a record. I see a lot of other people call those bloopers. I just call it the show. Okay, so this recipe calls for 1 pound boneless, skinless chicken breast. I have 2.5 pounds here, so it's probably too much chicken. Should I do I'm gonna try to just do the recipe. Although I got a whole family that's gotta eat, so I don't know. Maybe I'll do 2. The problem is it's probably not enough spice to go over everything. Whatever, I'll do 2 of the chickens here. And we're gonna cut them into nugget-sized pieces, of course. It says cut it into 1-inch cubes, so let's go ahead and do that. Everyone loves cutting chicken up, right? We don't think about how slimy it is or how gross it is. We just cut it. Do that, and then I'm gonna go this way, turn it into cubes. I'm doing this cutting board on top of a cutting board thing. I don't really know if it's the best plan. I'll tell you what my secret motivation was. This giant black cutting board is kind of hard to clean, so I didn't really want to get chicken juices all over it since they're a little more dangerous than what I normally cut on it, which is vegetables, things like that. So this green cutting board I figured could be my chicken cutter, and then I wouldn't have to wash down the black one. And I feel like the chicken juice is not coming off the edge or anything, so I don't feel like through osmosis it's going to somehow get chickeny underneath, but I don't know. I also don't recommend this at home. So yeah, we're almost done. Just 1-inch cubes out of the chicken, and those are gonna be our tenders. And then we're going to do our egg mixture. But yeah, I mean, obviously you can go get chicken nuggets at a fast food place, but I feel like maybe it's got less healthy ingredients. I don't know, you tell me in the comments. They probably put some junk in their chicken nuggets at McDonald's and stuff. Probably not just chicken. I could probably go watch one of those how it's made, but I bet they're not just sitting there cutting chicken breasts up, which is what we're doing. So this boneless, skinless chicken breast, probably should get rid of these little fatty bits too. I feel like that's not really what you want in your nuggie. All right, so those are cubed. I think we're good there. Let me get this out of the way and wash my hands, and then we'll be back. All right, so now we're gonna do our little egg wash thingy, which is gonna call for 2 large eggs in a bowl, such as this. Every now and then, guys, I juggle eggs and fail. Do you dare me to? I don't think I'm going to, because then I'm gonna have to clean it up when I inevitably drop them. I don't know, comment down below if you wanna see me juggle eggs. If you wanna see me fail and have to clean up an egg, basically is another way to say that. All right, so 2 eggs, and I'm getting egg all over my cutting board anyway. I'm probably gonna have to wash it regardless. And then we're also gonna add some almond milk to this. How much? I'm not really sure why we're doing almond milk, but we are. And yes, I bought this giant thing of almond milk just for this recipe, and I just noticed it calls for 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. Okay, I guess my family's drinking almond milk. That's funny. I didn't realize it called for so little. Now we're gonna whisk this up, the egg and the almond milk, and just get it all blended in together. And we're really close to cooking this. We need a cookie sheet, and on that cookie sheet, we wanna put some aluminum foil. So we're gonna do that next. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab that. Actually, it's not aluminum foil. I'm reading it. It's like something I don't think I have. A wire rack. Let me go look. I don't have any wire racks. Oh, hi, Callie. Say hi to the camera. I don't have any wire racks, and it says to put a wire rack down. Hold on. Wow. So I got a cookie sheet. It says to line it. It doesn't say what to line it with, so I'm gonna line it with aluminum foil.
That actually kind of looks good.
Chicken nuggets. And then it says to put wire racks on it, and I don't have those, so I'm thinking maybe my air fryer's racks?
Yeah, I saw those before, but we don't have any.
These might work. Well, it's sort of like a little too small. Actually, you know, we can do that, and then it's in layers. I think this will be okay. What do you think? Okay? So basically what we're gonna do now, guys, we're gonna take the chicken. We're really supposed to take it one bit at a time. Put it into the egg mixture. Sure. Put it into this stuff. And then plop it on one of the racks here. Callie's gonna do one. You gotta get egg all over it.
I'm trying to flip it over.
And then put it into the other one. And then just kind of put some of the, yeah, I guess that works. Put it, and then plop it onto here.
That was greasy.
There you go. So simple enough. Here, let's show them what it looks like. So this is what they're looking like once we get all the breadcrumbs on them and stuff. So Well, no, you gotta do, you're supposed, it says to do, here, look, let me see. It says dip each one in, like one at a time.
It's hard because they like start together.
Well, you know what the problem is? These tongs are too big. Maybe you can go grab our smaller tongs.
And I'm gonna use those.
Yeah, these are like way too big, I think, for this job. They're kind of common. So anyways, and obviously you could change the size of the chicken nuggets to whatever works for you. But basically you just wanna make sure you get each one coated with the egg. It's looking pretty good. Coated with the egg and then coated with the crumbs. I mean, it's still like, I feel like it should be deep fried, but we're gonna try it and see if it really is the world's best. As someone who's made like 5,000 variations of chicken nuggets, I feel like finally I can be a really decent judge and give you a truly good opinion as to whether or not these are the world's best, because I eat chicken nuggets all the time. My kids eat them all the time, I eat them all the time. You know what, this would be way easier with my bare hands. I'm just saying. I'm just thinking that, like this one's in 4 pieces. I'm gonna do it with my hands, guys. You do you, but I'm thinking my hands. It just seems like it'll be a lot easier. And make a little space between them. I don't think we're gonna have enough room to cook all these in one go, but we'll get a good batch going.
I'll put them in here for...
Okay, Callie's doing the egging part and I'm doing the breading part. Now I'm wondering how important the actual racks are, like airflow, but at least we have half of these sitting on a rack and elevated, so. All right, so that's pretty much it. And now we have to cook it. We're gonna put it in the oven for 15, 20 minutes and then come back and test it and clean up a little bit and see if it's really the world's best. I've got some more so I can make more batches as well. But yeah, we'll be back in a little bit. All right, I'm back. I mean, sort of back. It's good enough. I took out one of the racks of chicken. The other rack, the one that was like elevated, is not done cooking and it's like taking forever to cook. So I decided, you know what? I've got enough chicken to at least try this and finish out the video. How hot is it? It's not that hot. So this stuff is all at a safe temperature to eat. It's been like 24 minutes, so it took a long time for it to get up to temp. I don't know, I was trying to be fancy and have like some fancy holders for my condiments. Normally I would just splatter some ketchup and barbecue sauce onto the plate. But, you know, I was trying to elevate the experience for you guys. It didn't really work though. It looks ridiculous. Maybe I could just do it this way. I don't know. Sure, there we go. Elevated chicken tendies. Does it look pretty good? Hold on, let me get it in this camera here. Really get the beautiful shot. Let's get this one pointed at it. Hey guys, we're not professionals on this channel. Have I mentioned that? All right, so they're baked. I mean, I don't know how this is gonna be, but I'm gonna try it with the ketchup first. We're gonna see if it really is the world's best chicken nugget. That's with the ketchup. Let me try with the barbecue. Wow. All I can say is whoever called this the world's best chicken nuggets has not had fried chicken nuggets in a while. This is like 10 times worse than a fried chicken nugget, and it was a lot of work. So, all that to say, guys, I don't recommend you cook this one. I don't. I know that's, you know, crazy, but it's not bad, it's not disgusting, it's just like so run-of-the-mill and bleh that I can't really recommend it. I have to be honest with you. But this show isn't always about giving you the most amazing recipe to try. It's more about trying recipes that claim they're the most amazing and seeing if they really are. This one's not. This one kind of sucks. I'd give this like a 2 out of 10. I don't really enjoy these at all. I don't like the panko breadcrumbs. I don't like the cayenne and the paprika, and all those flavors are not actually going that well together. I don't feel like I'm really having a chicken nugget experience at all. So I'm a little disappointed this time, as you can probably tell. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Anyways, guys, make sure you subscribe. Check out some of my other videos where I do cook really amazing things. Today just wasn't a victory, you know, but you can watch me spill pepper and stuff. So there's still something worth watching. Thank you guys. See you next time.